Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. And to those of you who are tuned in via the World Wide Web, I want to greet you. I want to say good morning, good evening, wherever you may be. And my name is Brent Dyette from Kingdom Health Services. And we are located at 91 Eastern Main Road, St. Augustine. And our goal is to create customized health solutions to meet both you and your family needs. Today's program is Health and Healing, as you would have heard, merging the old with the new. So we'll be discussing old remedies that our grandparents would have used while introducing some of the new technologies and approaches to health. The last month, we were focusing on building a strong immune system. So I just want to recap all that we would have done. And then next week, God's willing, we'll be moving on to a new topic. So what is our immune system? Simply put, it's our defense system. It's the body's army that fights off pathogens that cause diseases. Last week we had Dr. Silas, and he shared, immune boost protocol or remedy, which we'll be reintroducing as today's health tip, in addition to some of the other health tips that we would have shared in our previous programs. So for those of you who are joining in for the first time, who would have missed some of our programs, we'll be sharing on all that we would have discussed and introducing some of the health tips that we shared before. So the human body has a frequency of 62 to 72 hertz. We are electromagnetic. That's why you can touch a refrigerator, a doorknob, a car door, and you get a little shock. Sometimes you wear clothing and you may have a little static. It's because the body is electromagnetic. And our immune system, whenever our body's frequency decreases, when it drops to 58, we become vulnerable to diseases. Our immune system, its functionality is affected when our frequency drops. When it drops to 57, we get the flu. When it drops to 55, we get candida. When it drops to 42 and under, we get cancer. And when it drops to 25 and 0, we die. Interesting enough, according to science, do you know that you could rebuild your immune system and even rebuild your organs function? For example, it is said that the stomach lining repairs itself every 5 days, the liver every 6 weeks, the skin rebuilds every month, your DNA every 2 months, your bones every 3 months, your blood every 4 months, and your brain every year. So you can build a new body and a new system in less than 365 days. So isn't that amazing? But we want to continue further on the immune system, especially during this pandemic and COVID. It's very important to build a strong immune system in fighting off microbes and viruses. So what are some of the factors that affect our immune system? One, aging. It affects our antibodies production. It affects our T cells, which is responsible for eliminating pathogen, microbes, diseases. Also, with our T cells being affected, it causes inflammation, it increases inflammation after infection, and it increases autoimmune diseases. Also, antibiotics, even though there is a good to it, too much of it actually weakens and affects our immune system. Chemotherapy, steroids, as well as our lifestyle. And we looked at 1918 to 1919, which is roughly over 100 years ago, where the Spanish flu would have affected the world. And one of the reasons why over 50 million persons died was because of a compromised immune system. We would have just come out of World War, and what would have happened if food production, access to fresh foods, vegetables, vitamins, minerals, it was not accessible as before. So therefore, the lack of certain minerals needed and vitamins needed to build a strong immune system was not available. As well as if you may have pre-existing health conditions, that in itself can affect your immune system. So here are some of the ways that you can build your immune system. One, vitamins and minerals and supplements such as vitamin C. We saw where Dr. Silas, he contracted COVID and he used natural means to build the body. So what he did, he used 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C daily. Then we have zinc. Zinc is very important for building immunity and a fighting off infections. So he used 100 milligrams of zinc. Vitamin D3, which we also get from the sun. So even though you're home, even though you may be, in your home, I would recommend that you go out daily between the hours of 8 and 10, 12 p.m. thereabouts, and you get at least 30 minutes of sunlight so that you get in your daily vitamins D3. Or you can use between 10,000 to 30,000 units daily. So some other key minerals to build your immunity, vitamins, it will be iodine, A, selenium, as well as probiotics. Some herbs that you can also use would be ginger, garlic, astragalus, echinacea, as well as a change in diet and lifestyle. So eating low-carb diet, fasting at times to give your body enough time to repair itself, sleep. And we saw here where, according to the World Health Organization, a person who sleeps less than 6 hours daily, they are more vulnerable or susceptible to colon, rectal, prostate, and breast cancer. So sleep is very important to your immune system response and rebuilding your cells and your body, as well as laughter. Do you know that the average child, well, at least before, laughs between 300 to 500 times a day? So if you look at a baby, they're always laughing. And the average adult laughs maximum 15 times a day. So a lot of stress is built up, and when you laugh, it is good for your health. You release, emotional baggages, and we saw where in our previous program that when a person holds on to negative emotions, negative experiences, it causes your immune system, your body's frequency to drop by 12 hertz. So being depressed, worrying over things that you cannot change, affects your health in a negative way. We also saw where when you think positive, you declare positive things, your body's frequency, your health, your immune response increases by only 10 hertz. And according to science, you could look up on the internet, you would find this, that when a person prays, so pray, as my grandfather, who would be celebrating his 86th birthday this month, he would always tell me, Brent, prayer is the greatest tonic on earth. And according to science, prayer has a measurable effect on our health. It is not just saying words. Our body's frequency increases by 15 hertz when we pray. So even during this pandemic, one of the best ways to build a strong immune system is to get down on your knees and go before God and ask Him to help you through this. It is very good for your immune system. So we saw we pray, and we know that death and life, according to science, begins at 25 hertz. So if you pray and you declare positive things, prayer is 15 hertz, positive thinking and declaration is 25 hertz, is 10 hertz. So when you add them together, you get 25 hertz, and you can bring a change in your health by praying and declaring positive things over both you and your family lives. Then we spoke about colloidal silver, which, what colloidal silver does, it actually crushes the oxygen metabolism enzyme of the virus, pathogen, bacteria, fungi, whatever it may be. In other words, it crushes the lungs, what gives the virus life. So a key trace mineral for our health, especially during this pandemic, is colloidal silver. I also shared that apple cider vinegar and the body, God created our body, according to many research that has been done, the body has roughly 600 trillion cells, which is a 6 with 19 zeros behind it. And each cell, 100 trillion cells, and each cell has roughly 6 gigabytes of memory. So we have more memory. Our potential to remember is far greater than all the computers that would ever be built. And our cells reproduce daily. And our immune system actually has a memory bank. So when we actually encounter viruses, bacteria, it stores its encounter. And then if it's reintroduced or a new strain is introduced, it finds a way to eliminate or deal with it. So building a strong immune system is very important. God built the body to withstand any virus, any disease, any bacteria. So it's important to do what is necessary to build good health. So using a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar daily would activate our phagocytes, which is the garbage disposal of our immune system. It removes pathogens, viruses, microbes from the body. So using a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar once to twice daily in water, in a glass of water, would be very beneficial to your immune response. Another thing that I didn't mention before, but it came back, while preparing for this program. In 2015, there's a doctor in Texas that I work with. I did some training with her, and I was teaching her, how to operate one of the machines that I use, like the biophilia tracker, which is able to scan the entire body, including your emotional matrix. Because some health issues are not just physical, but there is the emotional aspect of health. If you are depressed, you're stressed, your immune system is affected. And there are some persons, when they go to do scans, whether by naturopathic health practitioner or medical health facility, their results would come back that nothing is wrong. And it may not be that something is wrong with your physical organ. It may be something emotional that is affecting their health. So we have machines that actually is able to scan your body. It can detect health issues up to 10 years in advance. So I was training this doctor, and she was telling me that in Texas, a bottle, as we would say, a ketchup bottle of Noonie juice is 60 US. Imagine that, a ketchup bottle of Noonie that we have just wasting. Many of us, we have Noonie and we don't understand the power and the benefits of Noonie juice. And what Noonie would do, it has phytonutrients that would boost our immunity. So I know that we are pressed for time. I just want to give out my numbers and then arrange to give today's health tip. So if you want to get in touch with me, you can call 318-7471, 318-7471, or 484-0141, 484-0141. And our health tip to boost your immune system: 1 grapefruit, 1 lemon, 6 cloves of garlic, 1 piece of ginger, about 2 inches, a piece of turmeric, about 2 inches as well, or a teaspoon of the powder, half of a medium-sized onion, 2 tablespoons of honey, and you blend it together. You can use distilled or purified water if necessary while mixing. So, and what you do, you take roughly a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons daily, and that would be very beneficial for boosting your immunity. So God bless you, and I look forward to us meeting again next week, God's willing, on Street 919 here with Kingdom Health Services every Friday at 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. God bless you.